Alrighty, folks, you know I'm feeling great on a Tuesday morning because I'm now hitting at 83% in my last dozen daily best plays on my premium page. We had the Brewers on the money line yesterday, and they blew out the Marlins 12-0. Taylor and Adames each had 3-hit games respectively. Willie Adames actually had 4 total runs batted in. And the good news is, folks, I have another $1.99 daily best play going off here today for just, yep, you guessed it, $1.99. And if you sign up for that membership here today, you're going to get access to that package every single day for the next 30 days. The math works out to be just 6 cents a day. And if you maybe want to access more than just one premium selection per day, I'm going to explain a little bit more about that on how you can do that in just a second. Now, folks, I currently have over 730 members who are signed up and active on my premium page right now. And you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do here on YouTube and what I do on my premium site. Well, what I do here on YouTube is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side and total. And what I do on my premium page is actually share with you which one of these free picks on these videos that I actually like the best. Now, if you want to get access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day, you may want to think about signing up for my full access, all-inclusive Chairman package. Chairman members get access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, folks, you also get access to my Chairman podcast, absolutely free. It's included in your purchase. I'm currently 10-2 in my last 12 daily best plays, 11-4 in my last 15 extra daily picks. And best of all, guys, listen up. You're going to want to hear this. I am a perfect 8-0 in my last 8 Chairman membership package picks. My Chairman membership, we connected on our last 8 plays in that membership. And the good news is, folks, I have plays going off in all of those packages here today that I just mentioned. And once again, the site is patreon.com/BrockPage. The link for that page is in the description section below. And with that, folks, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to start off with the Yankees at the Bo Sox, Game 1, 1:35 Eastern first pitch. Boston's the $1.45 favorite, totals 10 runs. Nick Pivetta for Boston, Randy Vasquez for New York. Now, Vasquez has looked solid in a handful of appearances. The righty's got an ERA of 2.36 along with a 1.16 whip. Now, these Yankee pitchers have also been very tough to hit against on the road. They're allowing a league low 7.4 hits a game away from home. Now, they're also facing a struggling Boston team who took the loss in 4 out of their last 5. And even though they hit well at Fenway, they don't pitch well there. The Bo Sox allow nearly 9.6 hits a game on their own diamond. And righty Nick Pivetta has been no exception to that in several spots this year. Pivetta comes into today's matchup with a 4.54 ERA. 6 out of Boston's last 10 gatherings with the Yankees fell under the total. So if you're into historical trends, plenty of unders to go around. Now, Boston also saw the under cash in their last 3 straight Pivetta starts. Give the Yankees plus 1.5. Under 10 in Game 1. Next matchup, another first of a doubleheader. Royals White Sox Game 1. That'll be a 4:40 Eastern first pitch. Chicago's minus $1.30 at home. Totals 8.5. Dylan Cease for the Chi Sox. Brady Singer for Kansas City. And even though Chicago's Dylan Cease hasn't been studly this year, I actually think it's Kansas City pitcher Brady Singer who's the worst of the two. Singer's got double-digit losses on the year with an ERA in the 5s. And even if Singer has a good showing here today, chances are he's probably not going to get any run support. The Royals average a league low 3.4 runs a game on the road. They're also facing Dylan Cease, who's been a big strikeout guy this year, despite some sloppy numbers. The righty Cease has struck out 183 batters for the White Sox. Cease also has he's received ample run production in his most recent starts. The White Sox averaged nearly 8 runs a game in his last 4 outings. Luis Robert, he's the team leader in homers and runs batted in. He's actually in the top 10 in the American League in both home runs and OPS. Meanwhile, Andrew Benintendi leads the roster in hits. Now, the over cashed in Dylan Cease's last 5 starts. 11-40 the over in his last 15 starts as well. Meanwhile, the Royals saw 7 out of their last 10 ball games get over the line. Give me the White Sox minus $1.30, over 8.5 in Game 1. Next matchup, Cardinals, Orioles, 635 East. Baltimore's the $2 favorite, totals 10 runs. John Means making his season debut for Baltimore. Adam Wainwright for St. Louis. Now, Waino's been absolutely awful for these guys. The righties 3-11 with an ERA of 8.19. Now, the Cards also took the loss in their last 7 straight Wainwright starts. 48 total runs were scored during that span. And, of course, they're facing a 91-win Baltimore team who currently won 8 out of their last 9 outings. When it comes to hitting the baseball, not many teams are doing it better. The O's are actually in the top 5 in the American League in hits per contest. Anthony Santander leads the roster in RBI. Adley Rutschman's the club leader in hits. So even if John Means struggles here today in his season debut, the O's do have the ability to outscore most teams they face this year. Now, speaking of scoring, 9 out of Baltimore's last 10 ball games did get over the total. Meanwhile, St. Louis went 70% to the over in their last 10. Give me Baltimore minus 1.5, over 10. Next ball game, Nationals Pirates, 635 East. Pittsburgh's minus $1.45, totals 9. Bailey Falter for Pittsburgh, Yohan Adon for Washington. And even though Adon's not looked great, he does have a 1.24 whip. And he's recorded only 1 loss through 34 innings. Now at the plate, the Nats have been tough to get out. They're striking out fewer times a game than any other lineup in the National League. Joey Meneses is the club leader in RBI. Lane Thomas has the most hits and homers. Now they're facing Bailey Falter here today, who hasn't looked real sharp this season. And in his 31 innings with Pittsburgh, he's recorded only 1 win and has an ERA in the 4s. But even if Falter holds it down here today, he may not get the run support he needs. The Buccos are a bottom 5 hit-producing lineup in the major leagues. 6 out of their last 10 gatherings with Washington fell under the total. The Nats saw their last couple of Yohan Adon starts stay under the line as well. Give me Washington plus 1.5, under 9. Next ball game I have for you, it is going to be Braves at the Phillies, 6:40 p.m. East. Atlanta's the $1.20 favorite on the road here. Totals 8.5. Max Fried for the Braves. Zach Wheeler for the Fightins. And even though Wheeler's looked really good this year, I mean, he is their ace. The Phils dropped 4 out of their last 7 ball games where Zach made the start. They're not playing great when he throws out the first pitch. And as good as these Phillies pitchers been this year, especially at home, they've certainly struggled with Atlanta. The Phils have allowed over 5.1 runs a game in their last 10 gatherings with the Braves. And yesterday was no exception to that. They had a doubleheader. They split, but Atlanta scored 15 total runs in the doubleheader with Philadelphia. And for those who've been sleeping under a rock this year, this Atlanta lineup leads the majors in runs per game and hits. This is a tough lineup to face. Of course, Matt Olson has a league-best 50 home runs and 127 RBI. No real shock. The first baseman has an OPS in the thousands. Meanwhile, Ronald Acuna's got the 4th highest batting average and OPS average in the bigs. Now, Acuna's also leading the majors in stolen bases. He's got a staggering wins above replacement average of 7.3. And even if these Atlanta bats struggle with Zach Wheeler, they've got a good one on the mound in Max Fried. The lefties 7-1 on this season with an ERA of 2.70. Now, 7 out of these teams' last 10 gatherings did get over the total. So once again, if you're into historical trends, certainly want to think about that one there. Now, the Braves are also 7-3 to the over in their last 10 themselves. Now, the Phillies, on the other side, they went 8-5 to the over in their last 13 Zach Wheeler starts. Give me the Braves minus $1.20 over 8.5. With that, folks, we got to jump into our quick pick recap because we have our games here starting in about an hour or so, hour and a half. So we got to jump right into our quick pick recap. Give me the Yankees plus 1.5 under 10 runs in game 1. White Sox minus 130 over 8.5 in game 1. Orioles minus 1.5 over 10. I'm hitting at 83%. My last dozen $1.99 daily best plays on my premium page. And the good news is I have another $1.99 daily best play going off here today. It costs just $1.99 for 30 days of service. The math works out to be just 6 cents a day. The link for that pick is in my bio. Nationals plus 1.5 under 9. Braves minus 120 over 8.5. Reds minus $1.15 over 9. I have no free pick available for you for the Rangers-Blue Jays game. Diamondbacks minus $1.10 over 9.5. Red Sox minus $1.20 over 9.5 runs in game 2. Brewers minus 160 under 8. Rays plus $1.10 under 8.5. Royals plus 1.5 over 9.5 in game 2. Astros minus 1.5 over 8.5 runs. Cubs minus $1.75 over 12. Mariners minus 1.5 over 8. Guardians plus 1.5 under 8.5 runs. With my next and final free pick, give me the Padres plus 1.5 over 9. With that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium page. And just a friendly reminder, guys, if you do end up signing up for a membership on patreon.com/BrockPage, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that Chairman membership, it's a full access, all-inclusive package. It gives you access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my Chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. With that said, folks, happy Tuesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.